to its former glory.
Speaking of sports, we need to turn the mojo around for our Philadelphia Phillies. They have scored one run in 26 innings. Look at all of these zeros. They got to get out of this funk. They go to Atlanta. They're in Atlanta right now. So this bat is not working. So let's get rid of it. Changing the mojo. Now, Jeff, bring in the new bat. This should turn things around. I can tell this is a hot bat right here. It all changes tonight, folks.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, the bats will come alive with this new hot bat.
Are you a left-handed batter?
What did you say about batter?
Are you a left-handed batter?
No, but Kyle is, and I'm really rooting for Kyle tonight.
I know.
All right,
Every time
there we
he
go.
comes up to the plate, I think this is the time.
I know, this is it. He's going to hit another bomb.
Strike down.
When's Bryce back? All right.
All right, this is good. We've changed the mojo. We've changed the weather pattern today. It is so much cooler outside. It is breezy and so refreshing after hot and humid weather, extreme heat and humidity all this week.
What do you say?
So
That was
we
a
have
shooting in
a lot of
West
cloud
Philly.
cover, but there's your trade-off. We're looking at Ocean City, New Jersey, and it looks like those clouds will be persistent all day long. So now we're down in the books, first heat wave of 2025 as a 4-day heat wave because yesterday's high
Thanks, Michael.
was 92 degrees. So
That's my
that's
good
that.
YouTube
It's not going to be
camera.
extended today
Fixing
because
up framing.
we're not going to get out of the 70s today. Right now in Philadelphia it's 66 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour wind out of the northeast, and in
No,
Cape
still
May
not.
it's 67. And we have
We'll get it
10-mile-an-hour
together.
sustained winds, but gusts that are even higher. So it's breezy in the wake of those storms that came through last night, second Thursday in a row. We had a lot of
see if they have any
thunderstorms. So
Bezos
in case
stuff
there's a
in the New
leftover
York
or two, Bus Stop Buddy
Post.
has the umbrella. He's not swimming today. He's celebrating Pineapple Day, and temperatures starting off in the 60s, 70s later on with cloud cover all day long.
Oh, yeah.
If we see any sunshine, we'll be surprised. High temperature only in the lower 70s today. Getaway day for a lot of folks. Shower, can't rule that out today. But look at tomorrow, 89 and 90 on Sunday, hot and humid again. There's a greater chance of pop-up thunderstorms tomorrow than there is on Sunday. So that's your weekend. It's heating up again. And Bob Kelly, it is the last weekend of June. Can you believe it?
Mike's clear.
Good morning, everybody. You know, every Friday I go to a different shore town. This morning, live from the Hard Rock here in Atlantic City, Center Cafe, which is right overlooking the boardwalk, the ocean. You got coffee, you got Danish. For the folks getting their exercise, doing their bikes, we got another cool thing for you to tell you about in a minute. Come on, let's go to the jam camp. Get ready. Here comes a sailboat for a 3-hour tour. That's a company from Ira British. Going up to my buddy from Bristol, who takes the sailboat out, and the mast is
They
about
invited
6 inches too high.
Jared
You
Kushner.
can fit under that Tacony Palmyra. So we got an opening there, and we just got word that all the traffic lights are out around 30th Street Station. So that's a major traffic jam for folks trying to get down to the train station, and we're looking at about 38 delays down to International. All right, back here live in Atlantic City. Tonight, Chase Matariki goes down here. We got fireworks at 9:30. Jackson Brown here tomorrow night. And
Carolyn McCarthy died.
For the concerts, how about the AC Mike Tram Tour? What's
Be
up,
careful with
Mike?
that lid, it looks a little
How are you? Good morning. You were out here.
sketchy.
Leakage again.
So tell me about what you have set up here.
So what we got basically is one of the trams that's, you see the tram cars on the boardwalk. That's our cousin. And what we're doing is folks taking them on a 90-minute ride on the historic Atlantic City boardwalk. And go,
They just jump on here and go.
2 hands on the wheel,
You
right?
got it. So what all do we see? What do you got?
So that's coming from the other end, that's the former Bowman 98,
Yeah.
and Hilton, and Atlantic Club, and whatever else. So we give them a little opportunity to talk about the past.
If they play one casino, I remember that one.
There's a little penny trails, and we got Trump Tower,
Okay.
Plaza, 500 Club we talk about a little.
Lewis D. Martin back here.
That's where they got together. A lot of folks don't realize that. Steve D'Amato puts them on stage together. Martin and Lewis started the
Skinny Donato.
So some of the great theaters that were on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, that's by Bally's. Wonder Theater, where now the Hook is. So $1 Billion Pier, which is Ocean One Pier, this is called great hotels. Remember, Bob, I mean, I'm a little young, but I do remember that the boardwalk was full of great, extremely large hotels.
How do we get a hold of you for a train ride?
Very simple, boardwalktours.com, boardwalktours.com. Get a hold of us. Right now, we have it on the website. We're also going to be doing more tours off the boardwalk.
All right, sounds good. Well, you got it. Something different to do right here. It's covered in case you get a little bit of drain or drip and a little history. So come along with it. We're live, eh?
I love that history lesson. That was good. All right, 7:06. Okay, we have some breaking news here. Police are investigating a shooting in West Philadelphia this time. They say a man was shot coming home from work. It happened on the 5800 block of Catherine Street. Again, that's West Philly. This happened about 90 minutes ago. 2 other vehicles were struck by bullets during the shooting. Listen.
There, 6100 Catherine. We looked for a scene, we couldn't find one. At 5:27, Mel showed up at Presbyterian.
Captain Butts.
Shot twice in the back, once in the buttocks, and one in the left shoulder. Apparently, from his story, that he was getting out of his car on the 5800 block of Catherine when he heard gunshots.
Captain Butts on that investigation. Again, it happened 90 minutes, 2 hours ago in West Philadelphia. All right, now we have to tell you about another shooting from overnight. This is in Mercer County. 4 people were shot. One of them died in Trenton.
All right, let's get out to Hank because he is there.
What they used to call
Don, when can you do an update on the
this would be where the
Umbrella Girl?
honestly, the 3 surviving victims would have been taken, guys. But yeah, 1 person is dead this morning, and 3 others.
Oh, okay.
are
Looking for a bite from her.
in an overnight shooting,
Did we actually talk with her?
in Trenton, guys,
Oh, there's a picture here. We're not going to find it.
police have been out here ever since.
I think probably only Channel 6 in New York did it. They're just as lazy up there as we are.
Many shots fired.
We use camera 16 if you want to see her.
15 or 16 shots. Police have been out there for the more than that. They probably figured out at that point now, but this video was taken at 3 o'clock in the
I want to
morning.
get her in here. She's 18 years old.
That one of the victims,
What's her last name?
3 were men. We don't have that confirmed by police. We don't know which one of the victims has been killed. We also don't know the status of the 3
She declined to
victims.
share her last name.
The Trenton Police, the shooting response unit is still out there looking for clues, guys, but at the end of the day, they don't actually have, they got no
Channel
one
5 went down, I think.
They've got no one in custody, they haven't issued any description.
Well, if they did, that's great.
Let's share that video and an interview.
4 people, only about a block and a half from the State House last night at 9 o'clock. We turned this call.
Yeah, please do. All right, 7:09 exactly. So the Justice... You want me to do it?
Now it's me.
Okay.
So the Justice Department announced the first of its kind criminal charges against the School District of Philadelphia for failing to properly handle asbestos in our schools. So the issue is they said they weren't doing timely inspections of the schools, including specifically William Meredith Elementary, Building 21 Alternative High School, Southwark Elementary, and many others. So the deal is they've now come to what they call a deferred prosecution agreement. So if we keep track of everything, then we won't be prosecuted. So the district has 5 years to address this problem and properly track this asbestos issue, and then they'll drop the charges if we do what we say we're going to do. The report has only 31 schools that have asbestos from April of 2015 through 23, but we know that we have 300 buildings out of our 339 that have asbestos. So that's what they want us to track better, as we should. The superintendent, Tony Watlington, says the district has rebuilt its asbestos management program, so now everything's inspected twice a year.
All right, 7:10.
We'll be paying more to park. It's getting more difficult just to get in and or to get to the city because of cuts to SEPTA and to PACO, and now it'll cost more if you're going to be parking at the meters in Center City.
Shayna, tell us more.
No, they just didn't change any of the reads, but that was my first read at 9 minutes in. So,
Alrighty.
It all starts right here at that machine. Unfortunately, a lot of size, if you will, when we talk EPA says it will improve parking availability, turnover, and relieve congestion in and around Center City by increasing these meter rates running on Tuesday. The core areas of Center City from Arch to Locust from 4th to 20th will go from $3 to $4 an hour. And then Spring Gardens to Bainbridge Streets to the Schuylkill River down to the Delaware River will go from $2.50 to $3.50 an hour. So overall, you're going to see an hour increase,
$4 an hour.
$1 increase per
Loaded.
hour.
Speaking of which, let me pay my
Center
stupid
City
meter.
meters. This is what folks have to say when we
Already have one ticket this week.
They always want to get their money. An increase in anything at this time in history is not surprising at all. So that's fine.
I think parking in the city is very reasonable compared to private lots, and I have no issue with them supporting themselves with increased fares.
No, okay.
So there you have it. Also, the 4-hour,
Yeah.
12-hour meters are also going up from $1.50 to $2.50. So again, $1 across the board. The PPA said that they have not increased fares in over 10 years. So I guess what's about to happen, unfortunately, it's just one more thing we're paying extra for, but you can't extend that fare increase starting on Tuesday. So no surprises. They'll say we didn't warn you. It's a little more expensive. But to your point, Gary, the
Yeah.
Good thing there's nothing big happening over the next year. Like there's not any events that are happening over the whole course of the next
All-Star
year.
game, World Cup, birthday of America. It may not be much of a weekend, I guess, for some Republicans on Capitol Hill.
Well, because it's the big, beautiful bill. They've got to get it done, or we'll see what else happens. But there's a lot of pushback. Let's get down to Washington. Doug Luzader is
Hello,
there.
Doug.
A complicated process that needs to get moving this weekend. If Republicans have any hope of beating President Trump,
It's a nice looking suit on Doug.
Yes.
The blue in it and the blue in its tie bring out his eyes.
Would you like to see a picture of his body?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I don't think I've ever thought he was attractive, but I do right now.
You may change your mind in a
Yeah.
couple seconds.
but for entitlement programs like Medicaid to help offset costs.
I should have sent
President
this
may be
to
the leader of the free world.
Doug.
The most powerful person in Washington right now may be Elizabeth McDonough. Not exactly a household name, but as the Senate parliamentarian, she determines whether the bill adheres to complicated Senate rules to bypass the filibuster. And among other issues, some of those Medicaid cuts, she says, cross the line.
He's a
That
runner.
sends Senate Republicans
Yeah.
back to
And
square
lifter,
one.
apparently, looking at his arms. What was he doing there? What was it?
It's a marathon.
Did it say his 44th?
Has already
What did it say?
passed the bill. They will have to sign off on any changes the Senate now makes.
The 44th.
Oh, the race.
Let the Senate box them in pursuit of the July 27th. So now, Senate Republicans will spend the weekend trying to make some new numbers work on this, but ultimately get this to the president's desk 1 week from today, if they can.
If they can. All right, Doug, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Thanks, Doug.
When's July 1st?
Tuesday? Is it? I think so. I think the 30th is Monday,
Yeah,
right?
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. So 7:14, closing arguments today. It'll be the defense's turn in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. So prosecutors spent hours yesterday summing up the whole trial. They say that Combs believed fame, wealth, and power put him above the law, allowing him to use violence and influence to execute a series of brutal crimes. Of course, Combs denies all of those allegations. His defense team will deliver their side, their closing arguments this morning.
Huh. Well, the trial of Bran Kohberger is set to begin finally in August. An Idaho judge has declined the postponement of the start date. Jury selection begins August 4th. The trial is scheduled to begin 2 weeks after that. Kohberger there is facing murder charges in the deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. This is all the way back in November of 2022. His attorneys asked the judge to postpone the whole thing, arguing they did not have enough time to go through all of the evidence in the case. Are you kidding me?
Those are the 4 people who lost their lives in that horrible tragedy there.
Yes. Well, and of course he's from the Poconos. The composer behind the theme song of Mission Impossible, the whole franchise, he has passed away. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you young people out there, this started as a TV show, okay?
Well, and he did so many other great, music soundtracks
Yes.
as well. So the original TV show ran from 1966 to 1973. And then, of course, they revived it in the 80s for a couple of seasons before the movie versions with Tom Cruise, iconically. They started in 1996. So the man behind the music, his name is Lalo Schifrin, wrote more than 100 other arrangements for so many other, like you know them all, for film and television. What a great long life he had. He died at the age of 93.
Yeah, I'm going to look up, because his name is at the end of almost every credit on a TV show.
Well, we should
Lalo
look that up,
Schifrin.
and we should see a picture of him. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what a talent. And a good long life. Here's Subi.
Senate 17, we had high temperatures yesterday. It got into the 90s again, at least in some places. Trenton was 83, Reading 96 degrees yesterday, close
Okay.
to 100 again. 90
Are you using
Atlantic
camera
City,
16 or
90
did you find a picture?
And we extended our heat wave in Philadelphia with a high of
Okay.
92. That's it for the heat wave. I think the 90s will come back pretty soon, but as we look at yesterday, these thunderstorms moved through the area late in the day and really soaked us and took temperatures down, thankfully, and it feels completely different this morning. We just have a few offshore thunderstorms left over, and that's about it for now, but we can't rule out more popping up because of this warm front that will be moving through, and it'll warm us right back up tomorrow into the upper 80s. So here we are with 72 degrees for a high temperature today. I think we'll stay cloudy all day long. 89 degrees tomorrow and 90 on Sunday. And as we move through the end of June on Monday and the first day of July on Tuesday, it still stays on either side of 90 each day. Lows in the 70s at night. Pretty typical summertime weather around here. Best chance of thunderstorms is on Tuesday, but you can't rule out thunderstorms when it gets hot and humid any day. So for a cloudy day, I think, Bob Kelly, you picked probably the best place to be down the shore because there's so much to do in Atlantic City.
Breeze blowing right here. Yeah, the sun's not out, but come on, any day when you're down the shore. We're here this morning at the Hard Rock Cafe. 2 steps out the gate and you're on the boardwalk, another step and you're at the Hard Rock Beach, just completely replenished, regenerated, and we are good to go. Come on, check the jam cams. I-95 northbound, jam-o to Churchman's Road, all because of an accident. That's a bumper-to-bumper jam coming up in Delaware. And then we just had a quick open for Tony from Iowa Bridge. Jimmy, the sailboat guy, just went out and created that delay on a little 3-hour tour. And if you head to the airport, 32 delays so far and 28 cancellations down at Philly International, all due to the weather. All right, back here live at the Hard Rock, one of our
This is
sponsors
funny.
and partners here.
Photographer disqualified from an AI image contest after winning with a real photo.
Oh.
You bring it all to us. We're sitting on the beach.
That's right, Bob. Good morning. Good morning, Philly. Good morning, AC.
That's a good.
How are you?
So you use it, so when I was down the shore, I don't need a chair, I don't need anything. That's right.
Bring it all to me.
We're renting
To me.
the chair, the umbrella. You're gonna stick your feet in the sand, put your sunglasses on, put your lotion on, get on one of these Pure Side picnics, a Mad Creek, fresh fruit, all the canned cocktails
This is
in
a
here.
box lunch over here.
Well, we bring it to you nicely packaged and it's beautiful and you can eat it right at the beach and then we clean up after you and take it away so you can just relax and enjoy your day like a true rock
Hi,
star.
everybody.
I want to show you being a
We're kind
rock star.
of crazy busy today, so we're not checking YouTube, but we will.
They actually have speakers in the headrest. I've never seen anything.
That's right, speakers, so you can listen to music, speaking of music, we have Incubus tonight, we have Jackson
Incubus.
Brown tomorrow night.
Jackson Brown, I knew that one. That's in my Hips Happening. I have to retape my Hips Happening, but I'm wearing a different dress.
For an entertainment destination, start off early at the beach.
No one's gonna notice.
Beverage, feet, sand.
Probably true.
Bob's also break.
Because
I love it. Boom, you're definitely
Yeah.
on this. And there's fireworks
Gotcha.
tonight at 9:30 right here in front of the Hard Rock. Come on, stay there. We're gonna got more to come live from AC. We'll be right back.
I just like that everyone just come together and actually be who they are without any judgment.
Are we at the right spot?
I wanted to offer a tour that was
Okay, bye.
It's incredibly important for us to celebrate all the diverse communities throughout our culture.
Oh, sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you again.
God, I'm dying. Are they at the desk or were they at the couch? What happened?
We went couch on that.
Okay, good.
All right, special coming back, and we're learning Sixers. Okay, BJ Edgecombe.
Hi guys, I have a question. I woke up and I have a frozen shoulder, so I can't lift my arm much higher than this. So I was gonna rewash my hair, but I couldn't shampoo my hair or blow dry my hair, and then I had to put my makeup on, and it's so hard with my left hand. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So anyway, if you have any ideas for what to do for that,
You know the old joke about, hey doctor,
it hurts when I go like
it
this.
hurts when I go like this. Don't go like that.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going like that, but it's very limiting if you try to do everything with the non-dominant hand. So obviously for me, the left hand.
Aren't you a little alarmed about this, that your arm is...
Well, I can't teach yoga. I don't know what I can. Well, I don't know what to do. Probably, I don't know, a cortisone shot. All right, so let me know. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Robert.
Good morning.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi, guys.
How do you say your last name?
Jeanette.
Shanette.
Perfect.
All right.
45. Already. $15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, what a man, what a man. At 19, we're learning more about the Sixers' first round pick, VJ Edgecombe. VJ seems like just a great guy. He explained about growing up in Bimini in the Bahamas, right? His family was they were not well-to-do at all. He talked about it.
Beautiful, man. I know she was much on my mama's face. She worked too hard, man. She worked too hard. Especially for me, my brother, and my little sister, and my little cousin. I just want to return the favor for her, man.
You said you saw the emotions on your mom's face. What were the moments you remember most about just the way your mom poured into you throughout your life and your career?
Man, the long nights, I'm telling you, I lived off a generator. I had no electricity, I lived off a generator for 7 years. Man, see what she had to go through? Sophia? Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know, man. My mind everywhere right now, man.
It's okay that it's so special because this moment belongs to both you and your mom. When you think about just accomplishing a dream, what is the advice that you would give to young boys and girls that were in your shoes that want to make it to this moment?
Don't stop working. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. I mean, I heard that a lot growing up. Me and my cousins, we all heard that a lot, that you can't do it, you can't do it. Man, I'm telling you, you have confidence in yourself, you have faith in yourself, and in the Lord, man, I promise you, you're going to be just fine.
God, we are lucky to have him.
I love this guy. Isn't it
Yes.
everything you'd ever want to have in somebody that just, against all odds and they can just go ahead and do it well? We're lucky to have him. Totally.
Yes. And not to be, I mean, this is not the important part, but because of his dedication and all this, his family now has $11 million. That's the signing. The first year he'll make $11 million, second 12, third 13, and I think the fourth year 15. So he'll have $50 million to help his family by the time he's 23.
It's just nice to have when good things happen to good people. I think that sometimes in life there's people that have they're already born on third base, and it's like, and then
That's
right.
right.
It seems like whatever, it all happens so easily for them, for someone who has to fight against all odds.
No electricity for 7 years of his young life. Okay, every now and then, every few months, we do an Oreo cookie update. We have another one.
Okay, what's this one now?
Well, blueberry pie flavored Oreos are coming back.
So obviously it's going to be like what an Oreo would look like. They did graham crackers though on this one, so
Yes.
it's going to be, it's not your dark chocolatey kind of thing. And then what the dark is the blueberry that's squished in the middle, blueberry flavored cream. So they were last available. You might remember, I had them before. That was in 2017.
Yes.
So they are the top 5 flavor that is mentioned by fans on social
Yep,
media.
they love
Let's
them.
bring it back, bring it back. So
Yeah.
they will be coming back just in time for really blueberry pie season.
Yes.
July 7th, that's when the heart of all these come in. So you can do the pre-sale right now online.
At first, when you think, oh, they're jamming blueberries into a chocolate cookie, no. They switch it to graham crackers, which makes it like pie.
Yeah, that'll be pretty tasty.
I
So,
love it.
but is it even an Oreo if it's not? Well, I guess
If it's
they
not,
do. Yeah,
yeah.
right? There's the classic, and then there's
Yeah.
it's also a different cookie.
This is
But
like a Fig Newton.
big fan of those also, by the way. That's what I have in my house, my poor kids. That's what the cookies and treats are.
I like a Fig Newton.
They're really good for you. And
Yeah.
they're great. Yeah, I'm not buying Oreos.
And they also have cherry flavored and stuff like that. It's not always just figs.
I get the ones that are the whole wheat. I'll get the Newman's Own. I'll make them even wheatier and even
They
more.
have homemade Fig Newtons down on 4th Street here at the deli.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, they're good.
But I had no treats one time, and my kid took dates and walnuts and blended those up together.
Crush it all up together.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, that's desperate.
All right, coming up, Nature's Candy. That's what we say. What an inspirational journey for a woman who was adopted and then came here and grew up out in Chester County. There's her dad when she first got to come here. So their story is really just a remarkable one. She just got married. Now she's a huge advocate for adoption. We'll learn more about her story.
Taylor,
Yes, sir.
where'd you go to high school?
It's Germantown High School.
Germantown High?
Yeah, I lived in Memphis. We moved to Memphis from Philly.
Right. But at what age?
How old were we when we moved?
Let's see, you would have been, we get the moves, we had a lot of moves. We moved from,
I think we moved to Memphis by the time we were 11.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you running from the law, Robert?
No, it felt like it though. We were in California, Tennessee, Georgia, Philly.
What do you do for a living?
Well, at the time we were doing a lot of the moves, I was with Apple.
Oh,
So
great.
that's what brought us to China. That's how we ended up in China.
Right. Did you choose to go to China?
I did.
Yeah, just to help her.
Yeah, we really wanted her to be able to see where she's from.
Wow.
And the opportunity presented itself, so I raised my hands.
Well, that happened last
And
time.
a 2-year assignment turned into 7 years.
And so, you have a daughter, another daughter?
Yeah, she's right there.
Where is she?
Oh,
How come you don't want to be on? What's wrong?
No, this is theirs.
Okay.
But I'm here for support.
So you lived in China too, obviously, for 7 years.
Yeah, well, I would visit. Yeah, we were in college at the time.
Oh.
But we would go on breaks and stuff to go visit. And I'm an English teacher, so I got to teach English when I was there in China.
Make sure I have this story right. Are you two the same age?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah, because you thought you couldn't have a kid,
Right.
so adopted, and then boom.
Yep. And then so Nicole was born. 6 weeks later, I was in China picking up Taylor.
Did you do what agency did you use?
It was China's Hope.
Okay.
at the
15.
time. I
Okay.
think it's Children's Hope International now.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeff told Fox 29 News. Fox.
You know, it's appropriate, Jeff, your last live report for the evening news, that you had sirens, police sirens taking, or ambulance sirens taking over your live report.
Yeah, that was last night. Jeff Cole is retiring. That was his last official broadcast. We're going to change that, though, because he's going to be live in our studio at this anchor desk for his final broadcast. In just today on the show.
He was here for 25 years.
Yeah.
I actually worked with him in Connecticut even before that. So he was a legend before he even came here. And so he would put the fear in wrongdoers everywhere. When he showed up at your door, you knew you were in a whole lot of trouble. So we will certainly miss him a whole lot.
So we'll go down memory lane with Jeff coming up here in just a little bit. First, 7:30. Here is Sue.
All right, we had another day in the 90s yesterday. We thought it would stay in the 80s all day long, but